Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, hanging out with the geese. Fed them a little bit, brought them over. Isn't it funny? You feed one and they all show up. So, hi guys. How you doing? Canadian geese. So, the stigma's over, guys. Guess what? Great news. The stigma is over. So, we're going to talk about that today. Plus, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And we've got the new foreclosure course that's out right now. So, take a look at the link below. And the pre-sale on that thing, it's only for a few days, so take advantage of that. But let's get right into it. Dollar store, Dollar General, places like that, these are no longer for the broke people. These are for the rich people. Aldi, it's very cool and fashionable to shop there now. And the stigma of going into places like this is over with. And I'm telling you, I read this article. One of them was sent to me, and one of them I found another one. It's insane that they're talking about this as if I've ever had a stigma about saving money, or as I call it, wasting money. A few years ago, my girlfriend went and bought toothpaste. And I was like, wow, what'd you spend on that? $5.99 for this. Colgate toothpaste. I'm like, wow, I just saw that at the dollar store for $1, Dollar General. No, it's completely different. Oh, okay. So next time, about a month or so later, she needed toothpaste. And she's like, yeah, here's some money. Go get toothpaste. Okay. So I bought her 5 tubes of the same toothpaste for $5 and brought it to her. And, oh, really? Wow. I always thought things there were awful and terrible. Now, the Dollar Tree, I hate because it's not, it should be called not the Dollar Tree. The $1.25, $1.50, $5 tree is what it should be called. You know, like the 99-cent store is not the 99. The 99 should be called whatever, okay? Because nothing is 99 cents in there anymore, it seems like. But they interviewed Morgan Pierce, who makes $200,000 working for McDonald's corporate. And he said, you know, I come in here for staples. And Mr. Pierce is one of the cool guys that works at McDonald's corporate in Chicago. When he's not worried about getting robbed or you know, shot at, he can go shop at a dollar store in the Chicago area. And he says it's great to go in there. And the stigma of these places is over with. I'm telling you guys this right now. The word frugality is something you're going to learn more and more right now. And you should look at how you can save money every day of your life. It's that simple. And the fact that people go out and just think nothing about spending more money, I'm telling you, it's going to be harder and harder to earn money, and it's going to be something that you're going to want to keep as much of it as possible. That's the advantage to shopping at a discount place like that. Now, you know, I like Dollar Tree better than I like the 99-cent store because it's just a smaller store, and the employees at the local one are pretty good. And I hate things like greeting cards. Okay, as a man, I rarely buy greeting cards, but there's certain people that want me to buy them, so I buy them for them. And I would rather spend $1 on that than go to a Hallmark store and spend $7 on a card. Okay, there's that. The other thing is wrapping paper. Wrapping paper is the biggest ripoff in the world because you're going to destroy it. And I like to save the bags from my coffee place. Look at all these geese that came out. They're saving money. That's what they're into. That's their thing. Okay? Okay? Yeah. So we'll walk away from them. It's crazy you can just walk through them and they don't care. Oh, whatever. Guy with a camera. Anyways. So wrapping paper is the other one, plus gift bags. I think gift bags, you know, that's a criminal act right there, to buy gift bags and spend $5 on it. You know, oh, it's shiny. This one's nice. Well, and I can get 3 for $1. That's just drives me crazy with things like that. So, you know, it makes sense. Aldi, I haven't had too much success with Aldi. Some simple things, yes, but you guys are crazy not to buy the staples: mouthwash, shampoo, you know, conditioner, things like that. Razors, I buy all my stuff at places like that. The other good place is Grocery Outlet. which I found to be really, really reasonable and good. But, you know, share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I mean, the stigma is gone. Isn't that ridiculous? The stigma to save money, the stigma not to spend too much is gone. That is insanity right now that people are talking this way. The next thing is social credit scores for the insurance industry. Joseph sent me this story, which is great. We're seeing so much problems with insurance policies, especially homeowners insurance, getting renewed. Think about this. 81% of the people that are considered in flood areas, 81% had their policies go up this year. And a huge percentage didn't get them rewritten because of potential for flooding. Look at all the turtles today. It's really hot out this afternoon. It's nice. So these water turtles, see the ones swimming out there? But the majority of these are, oh, wow. Okay, well, look at this, guys. So the problem with this is with the insurance industry, and Joseph sent me this, is that you have all these different areas with artificial intelligence, and through your ESG score, they're rating areas. And they're saying, okay, well, this is a high likelihood at this zip code to have a fire problem, to have a problem with flooding. This is terrible. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. So, but this is what you're going to see. You're going to see more and more of this right now, where people are not going to get their policies renewed. People are not going to be able to afford insurance at all. Watch this as I walk by. A lot of these will hop in the water. Isn't that cool? Wow, they're just loaded. See them way down there? Look at all that. Isn't that crazy? They come out in sun on the rocks when it's hot out. But a lot of these turtles, people's pets, got too big, can't keep them. They bring them down to the lake, and they just multiply and multiply and multiply and eat the fish. And this is the place. Last time, about 2 times ago, I was here. Coyote was here during the day looking for stuff, looking for birds, and the birds all went in the water so they wouldn't get nailed by the coyote. But the insurance industry is going to be a real problem, because the social credit scores for the areas, for the people, for what you do for a living, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible that they're going to do this to people and think nothing about it. So you're going to see more and more of this. Talk to your insurance agent early if you're at renewal, because I talked to my agent and said, what do you do with this? Oh, Dan, just communicate. We'll let you know if there's going to be a problem, because we already know the list. That's State Farm, guys. So if they're not going to renew the policy, we're going to tell you right away. You should look at another agent. You should talk to another insurance company, is what my guy said. So we're seeing a lot of different problems with this industry, where they're not writing policies, auto problems, commercial problems, fire. Think about this. We've had so much rain here in Southern California. So lush everything is. It's how green it is. Well, they don't water this. This is the rain that does all this stuff. The hillsides, everything that we have that's nice, right? It's green from the rain. Well, once that dries out and it stops, which it's going to now, and we had rain last week, you're going to see it eventually dry out, and then you're going to have brush and tall brush, and it's just going to burn, burn, burn. And that's what we're going to have starting in October. We have fire season. And, you know, it's always crazy when we have that stuff. So one thing that was sent to me that I thought was fascinating was, you know, I talked about bad landlords and problems with, you know, people invading your privacy and things like that. Man, I got some great stories. I just want to share a couple. Lindy, that's what I'm going to call her. She was talking about how her privacy was invaded, and her landlord was awful, and he was mean, and he was evil, and she went through how he would just show up and walk in her house. Now, this was her father, and I'm saying, okay, well, that kind of, he gets kind of a pass. Even though I didn't do that with my daughter, I would never just walk in her house or look through her phone or anything like that. It was none of my business. Even when she was 12, it was none of my business for certain things. But she would say that the dad would have binoculars and he would watch the tenants from afar and see what they were doing, see who was in the house. How creepy is that? Is that awful? Have you guys ever had anybody like that? And this led to more stories, especially I had two more women reach out. One of them said that I always knew my landlord watched me. I always knew he was such a creepster. He was always looking at me, always checking me out. I'd have guys over and he'd walk by or show up and, do you need anything? Okay. Always do that when there would be men over. And uh, she said one time she bought a dress online. The dress was shipped to her and she put it on and never wore it, again, because it didn't fit right. And the landlord said, hey, you had that guy over, and he looked very scary. What guy? The night you were wearing the blue dress. So he referenced the dress. And the only way he could have seen that is if he was looking through the window from afar. So she caught him on that. And I'm like, man, oh man, that is crazy. So a lot of things like that are happening. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about our new course that we just filmed. It's called Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. And this is brand new. The Economic Ninja and I teamed up and brought somebody in who's completely different than anybody else that you've ever seen in the foreclosure business. He's not a flipper. He's not just buying the foreclosures. This is the man that owns the auction house, that posts the property, that lists the property for sale, that actually goes and bids for the banks at the individual properties and the foreclosure sales. So completely different perspective. We have a very early pre-sale price that is going to be just for a short period of time, for less than a week. So I would take advantage of it right now. But he is, the foreclosure pro. That's why we call it Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. So take a look at it today. The link is below. And I'm incredibly proud of it. But we're going to have a bunch of different videos that are coming out with this over the course of the next month or so. But take a look at it today, guys. Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. Use the link below. It's funny with the landlord stories, with the crazy landlords. It seems like it's more women than men that have had this happen to them. But it's always, it seems like, an attractive woman that has somebody doing something really creepy where they're watching them. And, another friend told me how she had the landlord. One day she had a running date with her running partner, who was not a date, it was just a running partner. Then she had a lunch date and then went to a baseball game with someone else. And the guys, you have too many men in your life. What is this? What are you doing? She's like, huh? So anyways, I could go on, but share those stories, guys, because they're fantastic. And remember, if you can't beat them, join them. So Rivian is the electric car company who's had some trials and tribulations, and they're going to join the Ford and GM model where they're going to build an adapter for their charger, and now they're going to be hooked up with Tesla so that you can use the Tesla network. Tesla network, guys, understand this. It will be $2 to $3 billion for Ford and GM alone for the additional sales. Think about what it'll be. You add Rivian here. It's just a matter of time until everybody signs up with Elon and gets hooked up with this. I just don't see it as these three. I think you're going to see a lot more that's going to happen to. So let me know what you think about that and share your thoughts on that. What is the least affordable housing market in the United States right now? Miami. And Miami's in real trouble too, guys. It's got a lot of houses for sale. Absolute ton of houses that are for sale right now. And all these experts are trying to bring back affordability. And, interest rates need to come down so that people can afford these houses. Well, no, people need to make a good wage, to not have, housing be 40 and 50% of your income. It's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. And, I keep getting, comments about the Dave Ramsey thing. Guys, this is the point of Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is brilliant when it comes to getting out of debt. The idea that you're going to buy an asset like real estate and everybody's going to buy properly. And if you hold it for 5 years, it will definitely go up. Well, who says? Who says? Because I'm telling you, this time, all the experts that know real estate are saying, wait right now, let it drop a little bit more. Now, if you plan on never moving and you can afford the payment, do it. If you don't need to sell your house, don't sell it. But to sit there and just say it's going to go up in 5 years is crazy, because I see stuff in here in Orange County that is insane. It's never been higher, and people are paying too much for it. And you know, experts are talking about how to bring back affordability with the small houses and the tiny homes and things like that. And there's a guy who set up a tiny home village, and basically you can bring anything you want to the tiny home village and he'll only charge you $700 a month rent. It's called a mobile home park, guys. That's what that is. Okay. And it's, tiny home village. Okay. Also, the idea of owning your own home is an ounce of privacy, and it's not to live in a commune. Okay. I don't, I need an ounce of privacy with my life. Okay. I just do. And I like people that respect that. I like my friends that come over and it's just us and we're hanging out and we're doing stuff. And I don't want to sit there and be in the commune with everybody else and smell Mary's cooking because she's horrible at it. You know what I mean? So that type of thing. Okay. So share your thoughts on this. Wow, there's a ton of more turtles over here. Just really crazy today with all the turtles, with all the heat. It's nice to finally get some hot weather out here right now. Canadian geese. The insurance problem is this. You're going to see insurance premiums go up 700%. This, from a budgeting standpoint, how do you budget? How do you tell your kids to budget? As my daughter looks at houses and things like that for herself and different areas in the country that she wants to live in, you sit there and you say, how do you do this? Well, what's my property taxes? And I had a woman write me who had her property taxes at $800 a year in Texas. And then 1 year later, it went from $800 a year to $4,000 a year. And somebody shared, hey, well, that's raw land. Your housing was based on the raw land. And when you bought the house, you didn't have an impound account, which is stupid. They went out and just assessed her, and she's like, I don't have the money. What am I going to do? Well, you've got a real problem on your hands. But the idea with this is when you see, insurance on homeowners insurance go up 700%. If it's $500, now it's $3,500. That's a lot of money. And this is the problem right now, is that you're seeing the legacy homes, especially here, especially the beach communities, where people go out and they inherit grandma's house and cannot afford to maintain it. I know someone that I spoke to lately that was telling me how, they inherited mom's home and they don't know what they're going to do because it's just too much money to maintain the house. And, when mom was in failing health, they didn't really maintain the house, and now it needs a ton of work, and nobody's got the money for it. So they get to sell it, but they're not going to get nearly the money that they would because of, the shape the house is in. Bill Gates, can't stand. Jeff Bezos, just one step below Bill Gates. And Jack Ma, the guy from Alibaba. These guys just put together an investment fund to invest in AI. And they put in $250 million a piece and raised, another $250 million to where they have $1 billion for artificial intelligence right now. That's crazy, guys. That is, that's a fund, guys. That's a fund. So, Chris sent me a great story about worthless degrees. Now, I'm not going to go through what degrees are worthless. Read the articles. It's like 17 degrees that are just a waste of time and a waste of money. But what the story is, and what makes the best point is, people don't sit down and they say, hey, I want to be an artist. I want a communications degree. I want a degree in film. What is your likelihood of getting a job to where you're going to go pay your student loans off? Well, my parents paid for it, Dan. I could care less. Okay, then you're safe. Okay? The idea with this is to earn a living doing what you want to do. I have had so many people write me where they wanted to be lawyers and they became a lawyer and they hated the law, and they do different things now, agents and different, work on licensing, different things like that. But a lot of people get a degree in something and then just realize that it's not what they thought it was going to be. So look at, look at your expertise, look at the industry you want to be in, and make sure you're going to be able to earn a living doing it and pay your bills. And, Dan, there's more to life than money. Okay. There's surviving though, guys. You need to pay your bills and get by and eat and do what you want to do, But again, the idea with all this stuff, guys, is the most successful people that I've ever met in my life, not financially, but the people that are happy when they're old are the people that did what they love to do and were with a partner that they really enjoyed being with, that they got along. And, marriage is tough, life is tough, relationships are tough, but the people that were good worked through that and enjoyed each other's company. I see a lot of people who don't do anything together because they're miserable. And lately when I've been out at restaurants and things like that, I'm amazed at people that sit there and don't speak to each other. I'm like, God, that must be hell. Driving home, you're sitting in a restaurant having this nice food and you're not even talking to each other. So look at working on that and look at working on what gives you joy. Because I'm telling you, what you love to do is not working. I'm telling you that right now. And the people that I know, there's people that love being doctors, there's people that love being lawyers, there's people that love being architects, marketing, finance, real estate, everything. But just find something that's going to give you an ounce of happiness, and it's going to help tremendously with that. It's a beautiful space. This is a William Mason Park in Irvine. I remember the first time I shot this was like 2 years ago, and I called it William H. Macy Park, which is kind of funny. So, maybe it'll come out. Anyways, guys, share your thoughts on all this stuff so far. Just a quick video this afternoon. We've all had bad bosses, and I've shared some of my stories in the past. With that, I got the greatest story sent to me, where there was a Mexican restaurant in Northern California where the owner, Che, he decided to hire a priest to come in and to cleanse his employees and have them tell the priest their sins during work hours. The only problem was the priest was an actor and it was totally fake, which is fantastic. So do you mean a will to your boss? Have you stolen anything? Why were you late for work? Oh, talk to Monica. She's kind of a trollop. You know what I mean? Awesome. Okay. But he got fined $140,000 for pulling this stunt when they found out that the priest that they had bared their soul to was not a real priest, guys. So don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share your stories with us. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Take a look at Real Estate Foreclosure Pro 2, guys. The link is below. It's unlike any other foreclosure class because of the guy that is teaching it with us, and it's only for a limited time. So take a look at that. Reach out with any questions. Hello at iAllegedly. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.